Hey guys, oh, mic's not muted. Welcome to another wheel rewrite video. That's right. Ooh, crazy. Now today we're doing Abraham as the main character, and I'll explain exactly how that's going to work with the season 1 storyline in a bit. But this is a request from Beatleaf, who is a paid request. Okay, he sent some cash to see this video. Next week, we're going to be looking at Nick Clark, and that covers all the people who donated in the governor video. That way, the last person basically had to wait a month. But I think that's probably the best way to do it, really, just go in order of who's paid. I think that's fair. If you want to see one of these request videos, make sure to send me $4.99. But obviously, just know that you might not be seeing the video for like a month, okay? It depends. If you want to fast track it, send me more money. 10, 15, 20, whatever you feel I deserve, okay? And whatever you can afford. Whatever's in your means, all right? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm not going to e-beg, but I will gladly steal your cash, okay? I'll gladly take your cash for these videos. But it's up to you, of course. Anyway, let's get into it. Abraham as the protagonist. Now, what I'm going to say is Abraham's a military man, right? I'm going to say that he got involved in some similar to like kind of Rick. So obviously in this universe, Rick wasn't shot. He just went with his fam to... I probably should move Abraham up the wheel here. I've already messed up a little bit here, not going to lie, but that's okay. So yeah, Rick would have just gone to Atlanta with Shane and his family and then seen it get bombed and then eventually obviously go into the camp with the rest of the survivors. Now, Abraham in this universe, I'm going to say was shot or had some sort of medical... I'm just going to say shot. We'll keep it simple, okay? Abraham was shot. Where are you, Abraham? I probably should have grabbed him before. Abraham was shot, all right? And he was in the hospital. He woke up in the hospital. He was wandering around. He headed to the city. He was looking for his wife and his family. He was looking for his family. And I've added these guys manually to the wheel, so you'll have to do the same. But I've added Ellen, Becca, and AJ. Now, the request didn't ask for this necessarily, but I thought this would be interesting. So, yeah, we got Abraham's kids also added. So we've got Becca, his daughter, AJ, and Ellen. Now, obviously, they died pretty early on into the outbreak, but in this universe, they don't. However, we've got too many characters here. I'm not going to lie. There's too many. So I am going to say which one of these characters becomes our new Abraham. All right? Which one of these characters is going to become our new Abraham? And... it's T-Dog. I like that. So T-Dog was never... he was in Texas. Why was he in Texas? I'm not sure. Maybe he was going to a church conference or something. Now, obviously, as the outbreak was beginning, T-Dog went around and saved all the old folks, which is, just peak hero behavior. But in this universe, he ended up in Texas and he found Eugene. T-Dog didn't really have much to live for. All of his friends and all that were dead. So and I guess he had no family either. We don't really learn much about T-Dog's family and stuff. So he found Eugene, who was begging for his life. Maybe T-Dog was just at his wit's end and was done. Maybe he came across some survivors and they all died, and he felt pretty bummed out. He was gonna end it all. And Eugene was like, "Excuse me, I've got a very important mission." But we'll come to that T-Dog come to that bridge when we pass it. So obviously the love interest on the thing is obviously going to be Ellen, and the kids are obviously both these. Now, how I'm going to do with the kids is I'm going to put them both as main characters, but what I'll do is neither of them have immunity until one of them's dead. So basically, if Becca dies, then AJ will get his immunity. So Amy's also going to be a main character. So I'm going to say... I feel like Amy saved someone from the city before. Amy's become like a big character in these rewrites. It's very weird. Are we just swapping their characters? So instead of Morales there, it's Miranda instead of Andrea there, it's Amy. But there again, Morales technically wasn't a main character. So we'll have one more main character, so someone to replace. So this. One person to replace Andrea, one person. We can say Amy replaces Andrea. Miranda can replace. I was going to say Glenn, but we got Glenn as well. Miranda replaces Dale then, I guess, and Glenn is just Glenn. So those are our main characters. There's another one, Shane, as well. But we don't have a Shane in this unit. Well, we do have a Shane, but he's only a minor character currently. Anyway, who gets handcuffed on the roof? So it's got to be one of these minor boys. And I think I'm going to take the decision to exempt some characters from being handcuffed to the roof like the kids. I think that's probably a fair critique that people have given me. Daryl! Anyway, Daryl is going to be the character. So we're just reversing the... This is the theme of this episode. We're just reversing the roles. So instead of Andrea, it's Amy. Instead of Morales, it's Miranda. Instead of Merle, it's Daryl. So Daryl is handcuffed to the roof. I guess Merle was a bit, like, a little bit racist back then. So maybe he got very... I mean, there is no T-Dog here, so I don't know. Maybe he just got really... Maybe it was Miranda, okay? Maybe he was being just extra sexist, okay? He called Miranda an olive oil. He said, listen to me, olive oil. I can shoot all the walkers I like on the roof. And then they were like, yo, too far, Daryl. And they handcuffed him to the roof. I guess Abraham would have done it. Yeah, I can see that. That would be a cool reaction. Like, season 1, like, cocky, arrogant Daryl versus Abraham. Daryl would be fucked, I think. I don't think Daryl was very... I mean, he got taken down by Rick and Shane. So, yeah, I feel like Abraham would take Daryl down easy. There again, though, Abraham had that fight with, like, random hilltopper dude and got, like, strangled. But I guess he was going through an emotional moment. I like to think that was the reason. Also, he got taken down by Glenn with one punch. But I guess Glenn's pretty tough, too. Abraham's not as tough as he looks, is my point, okay? Yeah. Right. Next up, we've got to do the Guillermo. So, I guess Glenn gets captured like he does, and we have Guillermo. So, does Guillermo come with... I think it's a coin flip, isn't it? Heads, yes. Tails, no. He's dead. He dead! Well, here we go. And I've added this little thing. Someone suggested this, and I thought it was a good idea. So, we're going to be doing a dice roll for Morgan and Duane. So, let's roll. We've got a 6. So, a 6 means 1 is alive. Heads Morgan, tails Duane. So, heads Morgan, tails Duane. Oh, it's Duane. Okay. So, Duane's alive. And they join in season 3 after Axel's death. Or whoever takes that. So, I'll have to try and remember that. I could make a note, but fuck it. So, Duane is actually... Duane is actually alive. And Morgan is dead. And Guillermo, you're dead too. So, yeah, no Morgan in this scene. We got a 6. And Morgan dead. Ed's death. So who gets Ed's death? Yeah, minor character. Which character gets the Ed death? So Ricky Dicky T-Dog Rhymes. Maybe him and Shane got in a fight over Laurie or something, or over something else. And Rick was all beaten up in his tent. And a walker, Rick was like, I'm trying to sleep, and he got bitten. maybe in this universe, if the universe where Rick doesn't get shot, maybe that, because, you know, it's a domino effect after all. Maybe that would be the case. Rick. And so the Amy death. Oh no. So little Louis Morales was heading out of the bathroom, asking his mom, is there any toilet paper? And it's fucking... Oh my god, poor Miranda. And you could have the scene instead of, you know, Andrea holding Amy, it's Miranda holding, little, where is he? Little Louis, and, you know, crying. And then Jacqui is, I think that works. Jacqui is the character who gets bitten during the attack. And she's, I guess, maybe she's cared for by Jim. She's cared for by Jim. This is the reverse again. We're doing the reverse again, guys. And left by the side of the road. Crazy. So then all these characters head to the CDC. All these characters head to the CDC. Oh, before we do that, though, which character... Oh, ignore Dr. Jenner. Which character goes to leave with their family? So it needs to make sense. Oh, well, that's been decided then, isn't it? So in this universe, Ed, Carol, and Sophia, that makes it easier. Ed, Carol, and Sophia decide to head off and look for like extended family or whatever it may be. So goodbye, Carol. Goodbye, Ed. Goodbye, Sophia. We'll see you briefly in season 8. Maybe we'll see more of you. You never know. All right. Carol, Ed, Sophia. Rightio. Have you added Dr. Jenner? Yes, I already added him. So CDC explosion. Let's roll our D4. 2. So that means we're getting 2 deaths in the finale, which is the same as normal. So only 2 minor character deaths. So let's decide who they are going to be. We've only got 10 characters to pick from. So here's hoping it's not Think Crazy. Eliza. Oh, that's brutal. Poor Miranda, man. Ooh, I've got a way to make this work. Okay. Oh, all right. So hear me out. This is perfect. You're gonna love it. So in this scenario, Dr. Jenner, he decides to come with, obviously, but Jim, obviously, because Jim's family was torn apart in front of him, like his kids. He watched his kids get torn apart in front of him, his wife or whatever, as well. And after seeing what happened to poor little Louis and like Eliza, he grabs hold of maybe he grabs hold of Abraham's kids as well and Eliza, and he's like, I'm not gonna let I'm not gonna let you take these I'm gonna let you take these kids, okay? This is a much more satisfying death for them, okay? This is painless. This is a painless death. So he is the one who's like, he's holding on to Eliza or whatever it may be. Abraham gets his kids free and tells Ellen, like, go, run. And then Abraham is like trying to fight Jim or whatever it may be. And then it's like too late. Maybe he makes that choice. He's like, fuck. He looks at the clock. He's like, 1 minute. He's like, 1 minute. I've only got 1 minute to go. So he pegs it. He's like, I'm sorry, Eliza. Sorry. Or I don't know. Or shit. Morales and a lot of Miranda are still alive. So maybe it's them actually. Maybe Abraham's just bothered about his kids, and instead Miranda's like pleading. Miranda's pleading with Jim to like let her daughter go. But maybe Morales is like, I think she's right. After seeing what happened to poor little Louis, I think he's right. And maybe, I don't know, maybe Morales stays as well. I don't know. It sounded good because of the whole thing of the parallel, but then the parents being there actually confuses this a lot. Unless he hides her. Maybe he hides her. Maybe that's it. And it's too late. Fuck, it sounded so good in my head. And then when I try to put the story to paper, I'm seeing lots of cracks in it. The only other way I can think of is if because why would they? I don't think they would ever leave the building unless maybe Morales is like, let's just hope she's out there. Like, let's just hope she found her way out. Maybe Jim is convinced to maybe Jim is convinced to hand her over. And then, but when he like looks for her, she's not there. And then Miranda and Morales exit the building, just hoping that their daughter has also made it out. And then we see a shot of Eliza just like, rocking back and forth under a bed or something. And it's like, oh shit, it's too late. We'll go with that. That's pretty. We'll go with something like that. There you are. But it was partially Jim who caused it because he was trying to give her a kindness because he saw his family get torn apart. I guess there's Carl as well. He didn't keep Carl behind too. I don't know. Whatever. Who gets shot? Which character gets shot? No, this is a major character, so has to be a main character. Well, that's just perfect, isn't it? AJ. So AJ gets shot in the woods by a Greene family member. We'll decide who in a minute. So we got AJ. Which family member did it? So we'll add a little wheel here, third wheel here for the Greene family members. So which one was it? Who did it? Oh, Jimmy. Poor Jimmy, man. So Jimmy was doing some target practice, maybe with Otis, and he accidentally shot AJ, little AJ. And now Jimmy will be getting the Otis death, so I'll delete him now. And I'll add them there to the thing, and then we do get one more character, main character this season. So Dale. I love how I guess Murrell probably Murrell probably would have been. I didn't think about this. Would Murrell really stay? Like I feel like that's out of character. Murrell finds that his brother's been like handcuffed to a roof and then finds he's missing. I don't know if Murrell would even stay. But I guess we'll go with it. Murrell's just pissed off. I guess he's just serving the same role as Daryl did. Yeah, we'll just go with that, I suppose. So what do we say, Jimmy? Jimmy, you're getting the little Otis Death, sadly. We'll add all the farm here. And then we've got who gets lost and shows up later in the barn. So this has to be a main character. No, it's not main character, minor character. Ignore that. Oh, fuck's sake, it can't be. I added them too soon, guys. I added them too soon. Has to be someone from our main group. Oh no! Oh brother! Poor Laurie. Poor fucking Laurie, man. So Carl gets lost. Maybe Abraham's helping to look for him. Shane's like, Carl, where's my car? And then Abraham finds him in the barn. Laurie and Shane can't do it. And Abraham puts him down, I guess. But that's not until the finale. Who kills our Otis stand-in? It's Dale. Dale kills our Otis stand-in. I don't know if Dale's just going through a dark turn in this one. So Jimmy and Dale head to go get supplies. Why Dale had gone, I don't know. I guess, to be fair, Shane and Laurie are too busy caring for their, looking for their son who's gone missing. Miranda and Morales are just like fucking broken because they've lost both their children. Andrew and Amy may have gone, but I feel like it probably makes sense that someone like Dale maybe would step up and go. So yeah, Dale steps up. He goes to go help Jimmy get the supplies, and Dale ends up killing Jimmy. How he kills Jimmy, I don't know. Maybe he panics, or maybe Jimmy's just so incompetent. Dale's like, this version of Dale is a bit darker, and he's like, you just don't deserve to live, kid. When he shoots him, like, oh, that's fucking dark, actually. But maybe we'll say that. Anyway, speaking of Dale, we got Dale's death. So who, after they take, obviously you have Carl in the barn, we kill Carl, everyone's fucking sad, a bunch of dead children. Somebody, they capture Randall, and defends Randall's honor. It can't be Ellen. She has immunity, sadly. I say sadly. Oh no. Glenn. So Glenn was defending Randall's honor because he's like, listen, he went to school with Maggie. He's a kid. He's like my age. I think we don't know. Like, I could have ended up with a bunch of bad guys for all you know. Randall could be a good guy after all. So Glenn is defending Randall's honor. He's been a main character so far. He saved Abraham in Atlanta, so he has been a main character this whole time. Maybe that whole Glenn and Maggie relationship's been happening too. But Glenn gets attacked by a walker out of nowhere, and he's killed. He gets gutted by the walker. Anyway, who kills Randall and therefore is killed by another group member? Oh, and who is that? Also, someone said this as well, to put Abraham's name twice. I think I'm going to do that because that way you increase the chances of Abraham doing something. It's going to be a bit more annoying when you're rolling for deaths, but who kills Randall and therefore is killed by another group member? Okay, so which character is the character who takes it upon themselves to kill Randall? Oh my god. So AJ, his little fucking 8-year-old son, I did say, guys, okay, is the one who kills Randall. What? How do I make this make sense? Okay, in this universe, I guess AJ saw some fucking wacky shit when he was young. I don't think you understand the implications of these dice rolls, okay? So AJ saw some dark shit when he was young, or maybe during the apocalypse. This whole time he's been like a little Lizzie. He's been going a bit cray cray, and I shouldn't say that. Like mentally ill, okay? And AJ seeing like little Carl moment where he's like, "Do it, Dad, do it." In this universe, AJ doesn't just say do it; he fucking does it himself. So he kills Randall. Maybe he also does some maybe he like hits his sister or something. Like we got to have him do something a bit more evil than just kill Randall. For Abe to justify. Maybe he also tries to kill his mom as well. Maybe he tries to kill his sister as well. Okay, maybe he stabs his sister, stabs his mom, and Abraham finds him after he's killed Randall, and Abraham is forced to put his own son down. So basically, it's like a Lizzie situation. All right. So Abraham kills his own son. That means Becca from now on will get immunity. Till the end. I'm just gonna say full immunity. Well, we know anyway. I know from. I don't need to write it. Yeah. So crazy. that is kind of crazy. So poor little AJ was killed by his own father. Crazy. I'm just lost for words, guys. That's just pure cinema. Anyway, herd attack. Oh, that's a bit boring. So only one person is dying during the herd attack. Which character will that be? It has to be a minor character. Oh, fuck. Paul Morales, man. Paul Morales. So, Morales was done with life, I guess. And he gets torn apart by walkers. Miranda is, like, fucking devastated. This poor woman has lost everything. Morales dead. And then who gets separated and saved by Michonne? Or as Chris Hardwick calls it, Michonne. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if that can work. Could it work? I don't see why not. Oh, actually. Yeah, why not? So, in this universe, poor fucking Abraham is never able to find his wife, and she gets separated, and she's running off into the woods on her own. She's about to be killed when Michonne saves Ellen. And so Abraham thinks he's just got his daughter now and heads off with the rest of the group. The group consists of Laurie, a pregnant Laurie, and Shane, I guess who's protecting her. These two are kind of minor characters at this point. Our main character is Amy, with supporting of Andrea. Dale, of course, who I guess never got found out for killing Jimmy. All of Hershel's family is alive, plus Otis and Patricia are alive. This is kind of wild, actually. There's a lot of characters. A lot of characters to go, and Miranda's a main character too, even though she's pretty depressing. Season 3, we have 9 mains, but we have to add the handcuffed person as a main character, and that's, of course, Daryl. So Daryl's a main character. Now, I may shift this around a little bit. I feel like ultimately Miranda could be a main character, but she's kind of in Carol territory at the moment, and Carol doesn't do much in Season 3. So I may briefly swap out Miranda for Merle, just because I think it's going to be more impactful. But there again, though, I don't know if we need... Do we need Amy? I feel like Amy's probably needed. Dale, we'll keep them. I guess Andrea's like a minor character in this universe, but yeah. So we got 2 Abraham. Oh shit, we got 2 Abrahams though, don't we? So we can add one more. We can add one more. What am I on about? In that case, we'll add Miranda back. Yeah. So I need to remember that we've got 2 Abrahams now on the wheel. Okay, so this was obviously Ellen. We've added Michonne. Who gets bit on the leg? So this has to be a main character. I feel like I should add one Greene member. Do you know what? I'm gonna add one more Greene member to the main character wheel. So for all you Beth stands, Beth will be a second main character. We've technically got one character too many here. But I think we'll keep it how it is, and we'll probably just won't change it for season 4. But who gets bit on the leg? Oh, well, there you go. That's comic accurate there for you. So Dale is the character bit on the leg, and Abraham chops it off and saves his life by chopping off his leg. One-legged Dale. So now we have to do a little big tiny. Oh god, that did not work. Big tiny death. I'm kind of low key hoping this is just. Oh, I feel like it was Oscar last time. Oh well, the wheel decides. So big Oscar gets scratched on the arm, and he gets the big tiny death, sadly. And then we also lose. Sorry, we don't lose. We add Big Tiny and Axel to our group. Awesome. Done. Oscar. Who kills Tomas? So which character is the character who says shit happens and puts the machete in Tomas's head? Can't be Michonne, but that's itching very close to Merle, so do you know what? We'll go with Merle. So Merle is like, oh no, probably calls him some racial slur. That's not funny. And kills Tomas. Terrible. And then I guess Abraham runs after. Yeah, I kind of like this, like a dark Abraham after killing his son. He probably like gets closer to Merle, you know, because Merle's like pretty fucked up as well, like a pretty fucked individual, like before the apocalypse. So I feel like Merle probably in this timeline probably kind of becomes like his right hand man in a way. Obviously Merle's got 2 hands in this scenario as well. Dale could be that kind of moral compass for Abraham as well. The sort of this is the devil on his shoulder and the angel on his shoulder. I guess Shane and Laurie are literally just minor characters who were tagging along, as well as I guess Hershel as well. Beth's the main character. She's kind of speaking for her family. Maybe Hershel's a bit more subdued because maybe he hasn't quite fully grasped the walkers are dead. Jenna is basically done fuck all as well. I mean, we can say that they've done stuff, but people like to say I feel annoyed sometimes with myself because I want to like come up with some storylines for all the characters, but it's just too much. So you just have to. Oh my god! Wait, what was this for? No, there's Laurie's death. Oh shit! So after killing Tomas, I'm gonna veto that. I'm gonna veto it. I don't care. I'm vetoing it for a good reason. Okay, well there you are. We'll go with that. I'm vetoing it because how fucking shit would that be? Daryl, we need Merle to be alive for a little bit longer. So Dale gets the Laurie death. Obviously, which we can make this work. So he has an infection on his amputated leg. He's not feeling too great. He's pretty sure he's going to die anyway. And he tells somebody to put him down. He tells this individual. If it lands on Amy, that would be perfect. But it probably won't. We'll go with Beth. He asks Beth. I can't beat Michonne, so we'll say it was Beth. He asks Beth to put him down. Beth puts him down. And poor Dale. We lose poor Dale. R.I.P. Dale. He was a main character for a bit. He was a main character all in season 2. Oh wait, no. As he dies, he says, "Oh wait, no, because Beth being there is perfect because he killed Jimmy." Yeah. So maybe Beth refuses to. Oh no. Oh, watch this. So Dale's like, "I'm done for. My leg's infected. There's walkers outside. Just put me down, Beth. I don't want to be torn apart." And Beth's like, "No, We gotta have hope. And Dale is like, no, I don't want to hear your singing again, Beth. Please, no. And then he's like, listen, I killed Jimmy. I fucking killed him. He was a pathetic little kid, and I shot him in the leg. Now you're gonna fucking do it, aren't you? And then Beth's like, yeah, I am, and kills Dale. Oh, that's cinema right there, guys. That's cinema. The wheel sometimes comes up with some good shit. Crazy. Anyway, we got T-Dog's death. So which minor character, sadly, sacrifices himself for another character? I swear it was Otis before. Otis. Or as we call him, O-Dog. Otis sacrifices himself for... probably his wife, yeah. We'll say his wife. Sacrifices himself for his wife and gets the T-Dog death. And then who kills Andrew? That's to be a minor character that kills Andrew. So which character is the character who puts an end to Andrew's ways? Big Tiny, okay. So he's just taken Oscar's kill. So Big Tiny puts down Andrew. Maybe he can be like, I've never killed no one before. Yeah. Anyway, add Judith. Oh yeah, shit, Laurie. Laurie would have given birth to Judith. Yeah. So randomly that kind of happens as well. Laurie's off screen giving birth. And maybe this is like where Amy can do something. Maybe Miranda. Yeah, maybe Miranda can do something. I could see that. Like Miranda being attached to Judith as like a new baby. Because obviously she's lost her daughter. And she like vows to keep Laurie and the baby safe. So although Laurie and Shane are kind of minor characters kind of in the background, the baby is important to Miranda's story. Does Gargiulio reform and join the prison? Oh yeah, so this whole time, Ellen and Michonne headed to Woodbury. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if Ellen would be cheating. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she would. Maybe the governor is like manipulates her and is like, yeah, you know, your husband's probably dead. Like, we looked for. Maybe he could even lie and be like, when we were looking for Daryl's brother Merle, we tracked you all the way to that farm, and we found many bodies. And maybe he even lies and says, you know, I think we found your husband's body as well. He's dead. I'm sorry, and probably your daughter too. So Ellen thinks her family's dead. She gets like gaslit by the governor, and then slowly he like starts like kind of worming his way into her. That's not literally, guys, not literally, but yeah, I don't know. But the governor maybe starts banging Abraham's wife, but to be fair, she thought he was dead. Heads yes, tails no. Oh, yeah, cool. So Gargiulio reforms and he joins our prison group. He helps Michonne get back. Michonne, I guess, doesn't kill him. And where are you? Gargiulio joins our group. Crazy that. Crazy, guys, crazy. Anyway, what do we got yet? Who gets kidnapped? Oh, yeah, make it make sense. So who gets kidnapped? We'll roll a main character. Okay. Abraham. And I think this is brilliant actually. Who else gets kidnapped? That's Daryl. Yeah, that's fucking good. So Daryl and Abraham were on a scouting mission, obviously because Judith had just been born, and both. This is so fucking good. Abraham and Daryl both get kidnapped. Wait, Daryl. Oh fuck! Wait, hang on a minute. Daryl's on Merle, isn't it? I'm getting confused. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna say it's Merle. I don't care. It was too perfect in my head. So Abraham and Merle, they're out scavenging. Fuck it. This is too good. They're out scavenging, obviously, for the baby. And then Daryl. Oh wait, because it's Daryl who kidnaps them. That makes. Yeah, I guess so. Daryl reunites with his brother, and Merle's like, "Baby brother, what are you doing there?" And Daryl's like, "Shut up, Merle," and like fucking punches him, like knocks him out. And then he's like, "You put your fucking gut. You're the person who fucking handcuffed me to the roof, aren't you?" And Abraham's like, "Listen, slow down, you redneck." And then, I guess Daryl knocks Abraham out too. So he knocks them both out, and Merle's confused. He's like, "What the fuck? Like, Why have you betrayed me, little bro? And Daryl could be like, listen, Merle, you were a bad influence. You're a little bit of too much into the ideology of the German man in World War II. Okay, so I found camaraderie with the governor and his diverse group of militiamen. All right, so I'm not down with that, Merle, and I know what kind of guy you are. You're just like Dad. Maybe he's like, you're just like Dad. You're an abuser. You probably would have you'd have beaten me up too. Whatever it may be. Like, he just recognizes Merle's a piece of shit, and he's like very loyal to the governor because the governor saved his life. Kind of like Daryl is very loyal to Rick. Like, Daryl in the end leaves his brother in favor of Rick. Right, to head back to the prison. And I know Merle goes with him, but he was willing to leave his brother out there, or at least that's my interpretation of the scene anyway. Because his brother was the same, hadn't changed. So yeah, they get kidnapped, they get tortured. Maybe he tortures his own brother. I don't know. Daryl in this universe is dark. Merle and Abe. Oscar's death. So then the rescue team goes to save him. And this whole time, Ellen doesn't realize her own husband is being tortured. Anyway, who gets the Oscar death? So they go in to obviously try and rescue. So rescue team goes in. We'll say who leads the rescue team. I don't know. There's slim pickings that we can pick from here. Becca, the daughter. Yeah, why not? So she goes in there to rescue her dad, and in the process, Patricia is shot and killed whilst trying to rescue everyone. So R.I.P. Patricia. And then we've already added the handcuffed person back. Done. Oh yeah, and also add Milton to this list here. Why is Merle here? Oh yeah, I forgot to delete him. Rightio. Axel death. So eventually the governor, obviously they all get free, and of course Daryl joins our group as well, because Daryl was meant to kill Michonne in the woods. Gargiulio ended up defecting, and Daryl didn't disclose that Gargiulio defected, and also didn't disclose that, well, he lied to the governor and said he killed Michonne, right? And Daryl was like really loyal to the governor. He's like, no, don't me. He's like, no. And he's like, yeah, you're gonna fight your brother to the death. Fight your brother to the death. So they fight just like they do in the main show, but in this universe, Merle's better than Daryl, and Daryl's the worst one. And they obviously both join the prison in the end. So the Dixon brothers are joined. They're both main characters as well, which is cool. So we got the Axel death. So who gets the Axel death? Who is shot and killed by the governor during his little raid on the prison? Well, thank you for removing Beth from the list. I forgot I needed to remove Beth. It's not going to be Beth, though, because Beth is our main character material. Oh, no. So, Milton, I guess, left with Daryl as well. Yeah, all right. We'll say during the commotion, Milton was there with Ellen, because he would have befriended Ellen, but maybe like there was maybe Shumpert had a gun to Merle. He was like, stop there, and Merle just grabbed Milton and was like, I'll fucking kill him. Or maybe Daryl, I don't know. Yeah, Daryl grabs Milton and is like, I'll kill him. I'll kill the scientist. I'll kill him. And then Shumpert's like trying to get a good shot, and then he disappears into the smoke with Milton. So they essentially kidnap Milton. But Milton sort of joins the group. He's like, he doesn't want to betray the governor. He just kind of wants to stay alive. But the governor sees it as a betrayal, so he shoots and kills Milton in the head. And yeah. Do they pick up the hitchhiker? Wait, hang on a minute. What was the thing we said again? It was 6, wasn't it? So at this point, Duane joins our group. Now, Duane gets instant main character syndrome. So Abraham goes back to see his old buddy Morgan, finds that his old buddy Morgan is sadly died, but Duane is there, and Duane's going crazy, killing strangers and stuff. Almost kills him, but they end up taking Duane with them. Flipper, that means Eastman's already dead as well. So, do we get the hitchhiker? Heads, yes! And this universe as well, after seeing that his friend Morgan is dead, and maybe I know it's a little bit different. Or actually, So who do you go with? It would be Abraham, Merle, and Michonne. Also, by this point as well, Abraham would have found out through Daryl that Ellen's alive, unless Daryl tells Merle about it, but Merle tells, and like obviously Merle would have seen it too, but Merle tells Daryl to keep stum. He's like, keep stum about it. Abraham is on a warpath right now. He's a solid leader right now. The whole group, he's the only thing keeping this group together. And Merle's like, if you tell him his wife's there and she's shacking up with one eyebrow, that's gonna cause him to, his favor. So I'm gonna say that, yeah. Merle tells Daryl to keep stum about the, and obviously they told Milton the same thing, keep stum about Ellen. But him getting killed off made it easier on them. Yeah, why not? We'll say that. And then we, of course, have the Hitchhiker's coming with us. Yes, we'll call him Hutch the Hitchhiker. But he joins. So I guess in this scenario, Hutch the Hitch. I guess in this scenario, so yeah, they're going on the road. So it's Daryl, yeah, Abraham, Merle, and Michonne. They're the guys who head out to go get. I guess maybe Ellen would come as well. Yeah, maybe Becca would come too. Maybe not Merle, but why not? Fuck it, Merle would come too. So yeah, Merle, Abraham, Becca, and Michonne, they head off to go get supplies from King County, and that's when they encounter Duane. But I think on the way they spot the hitchhiker, and Becca's like, "Dad, you can't leave him." And then he's like, "What would Mom think?" And then we have this like awkward tension where like Merle's like, "Shit." I kind of like that. Wait, because Michonne would know too. Oh wait, fuck no, this ruins it because Michonne would say. Surely Michonne would disclose. Oh, maybe this is where it happens. Michonne notices in this episode. Wait, what do you mean, Ellen? This guy knew Ellen. Because maybe like she kind of got the impression, but she didn't know the exact like they're one to one the same person. Oh, actually no, because she would have known. Yeah, maybe Merle convinced Michonne to keep stum about it too. But at the end of this episode, after seeing what happened with Morgan, maybe we'll say that. Okay, bit messy at the moment. I'm sorry. So we'll say at the end of this episode, Michonne decides that she's not going to keep Merle's secret and that Abraham deserves to know. So she tells Abraham where his wife is, and Abraham's like, well, what the fuck do you mean? Why didn't you tell me sooner? And maybe this is where he has a bit of a crash out moment. I don't know. Anyway, we've got the Merle death. So who has the Merle death? Who sacrifices themselves for the greater good? Can't be Becca. Becca has immunity, everyone. Becca has immunity. Oh, no! Bethy! So Beth... What has Beth been doing anyway? So she obviously killed Dale, right? She put Dale down. I guess she's been like there for her family this whole time. So Beth decides to sacrifice herself to take out. Maybe it's because she was like kind of suicidal in season 2. She's like, fuck it, I'll take them out. I'll protect my family. Maybe seeing the baby as well and the broken group, and Abraham after that revelation, Abraham's broken as well, and he's planning like a full-on attack. And Beth sees that he potentially is going to put a bunch of people in harm's way. So Beth decides to head. I like that actually. Beth decides to head herself to take out the governor, and she does take out a few people, but the governor fights her, bites her fingers off, and then shoots her in the chest. And then of course we have to have Maggie find her. Maggie putting Beth down. I feel like that has to happen. Zombie Beth down. Even though at this point Maggie's not a main character, but does Shumpert reform? Odd number yes. Oh fuck. Odd number yes. Even number no. Wait. Odd number no. even number. One's an odd number. So we'll say Shumpert's dead. So Shumpert just dies. His normal. I know he dies in season. Well, he's confirmed fate in season 4, but whatever. Does Hamburg reform? Tails, yes. Heads, no. Tails, yes. Hammy boy. So Hamburg, guys, everyone. Hamburg has joined. If you don't know who Hamburg is, you're not familiar with the lore of this channel. All right. Hamburg has joined the group. Anyway, what do we got next? Finale deaths. Alright, so we're going to roll a d4 for our finale deaths. 2. Okay, so we've just got the Milton and Andrea death. So 1 main, 1 minor. So here we go. He's only just joined, guys. Hamburg. Rightio. So in this scenario, Hamburg does initially betray the governor, but maybe he's helping to like filter out like steel from Woodbury. But the governor catches on that he's betrayed the group, so he stabs Hamburg repeatedly in the chest, and then he also captures Miranda. So maybe Hamburg was helping, like handing the stuff to Miranda. Maybe it's something like baby formula as well, something simple like that as well. But Miranda gets kidnapped, even though she cares. She's been caring for this child for so long, and the governor's like trying to torture her and stuff. And then Miranda like laughs in his face and is like, "There's fucking nothing you can do to me. I've lost everything. So go on, try your worst." And then that's when the governor stabs Hamburg in the chest, leaving him for death. And Miranda tries to get out, but doesn't in the end. She gets bitten. Very sad. She puts herself down. Very, very sad. Okay. Poor Miranda. She had it awful, didn't she? Anyway, we'll add Tyrese and Sasha. What the fuck, man? For some reason, Control C is just not working. Add Tyrese and Sasha. And also these guys as well. I should have just added them in the same one. There we are. Okay. So that's done. That's done. We're on to season 3. Sorry, 4. Season 4 is weird because we have some very... So our group consists of Abraham, Becca. Obviously, he's now reunited with his wife. He rescued his wife in the end, I guess, as well. Maybe the whole time she didn't even know. I feel like at that point she probably would have known. She probably defected to the prison before the finale battle. We'll say that. And they reunited. Maybe there's like a little rescue mission, a side episode where he went and rescued her. Whatever. Anyway, so we got Abraham and his family, the Dixon brothers, Hutch the Hitchhiker's there too. Obviously, Michonne. Michonne's the main character, isn't she, on here? Yeah, I mean Michonne, the main character. Michonne's the main character. Amy and Andrea are still alive. You got Shane and Laurie, who are background characters. I'm gonna add Hershel. I feel like Maggie's the only one who's done something of note, though, right? So we'll have Maggie as the main character. I'm just gonna keep poor Shane and Laurie as background characters. There's also Dr. Jenna. You got Axel and Big Tiny as well. Got Julio and Hutch the Hitchhiker. There's too many characters. Oh, Duane as well. Fuck Duane. I forgot Duane joined. That does mean that Eastman is dead, though. Where are you, Eastman? Let me find you. Eastman's already dead. Because there's no one to go to, Eastman. Right, we'll do the Zach death then, I guess. So we had a bunch of new characters join our prison group, obviously. Karen, Sasha, Tyrese. The Claw... Honestly, does Clara chill? We'll do that in a minute. I don't know if I care that much about the Clara chilling, but all these characters join our group. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, who gets the Zach death? Somebody gets crushed by a helicopter. Karen. Oh, that's sad for Tyrese. So, instead of her getting the flu and getting stabbed, she gets crushed by a helicopter. Poor Tyrese. Does Clara chill out? Heads, yes. Tails, no. Yes. So Clara also joins the... Like, we didn't need more characters. Clara joins the group too. And, crazy. She's also joined the group. Wow. Not really much commentary to say. So, we've got as main characters, haven't we? Yeah. So, Karen's death. Who gets sick from the flu and is put down by this person? Bob. Poor Bob. So, Bob Stuckey doesn't stay around for long. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So, Bob gets sick from the flu, and Abraham, wanting to keep his family safe, kills Bob. Where's Karen? Where's Karen? You're dead. Yeah, so Abraham kills Bob, to protect his family. He wants to keep his family safe. Maybe that's what it is. And I guess we'll say Merle was investigating it. Like, Merle was the one who was, Oh, actually, wait, no, Shane. We've got a cop here. Shane was investigating it, and he confronts Abraham, and he's like, yo, Abraham, did you kill Bob Stuckey and David? And then Abraham's like, yeah, what of it? So I guess, because at this point, Abraham might have stepped away from the council. So I feel like Abraham is exiled. I'm going to say that Abraham gets exiled. Why not? They exile Abraham, and that's when the Battle of the Prison occurs, where he's been exiled. And we've got the one Martinez roll, so let's roll for the Martinez. So 4 is helps the governor, but has a change of heart mid-battle. Okay, so in this scenario, Martinez will help the governor, but will join our group mid-battle. Awesome. So Hershel's death. So which beloved main character, is decapitated by the governor? Can't be Abraham. He's exiled himself anyway. He's been exiled by the council led by Merle. I love how this is kind of low-key become the Merle rewrite almost. Oh my god, stop it. One more time. When you don't want the Abraham things. Oh, no! Amy! So, the governor kidnaps Amy, who I guess probably could have been like a moral compass character at this point, and decapitates Amy in front of Andrea as well. That's horrifying. Andrea's probably screaming, no! And then you obviously have, I guess, instead of Abraham being there, it's because he's been exiled, he's doing his own thing. Maybe it's Merle. Merle's the main character for a bit. And Merle does the no. Well, actually, I guess Abraham could come back, though. Maybe he does see mid-battle. Because he could. I think I will allow him to come back after. Done. Julio's death. So, who gets Julio's death? Who is. Did I just add Tara? Yeah, Lily Tara. Yeah, I did. Who gets the Julio death? Did I add Martinez, though? Oh, I did. Oh my god, no! No! I was going to promote her to main character next season. So Andrea was sniping, avenging her sister and helping the group to leave. And then she gets shot in the back. Maybe we could have a sad scene where she looks over and sees her friend's decapitated head. That's fucking brutal. Both the Harrison sisters taken out, one after the other. Who kills the governor, though? Now, I'm going to say that Abraham can come back at this point. He can see that the battle was raging and he ran back. Yeah, that's good. That's what I like to see. So, obviously, he flanked behind the governor because he was obviously exiled, but he was obviously keeping a close eye because his family's there. And he attacks the governor and eventually drives, I guess, Michonne's katana through the governor's chest, killing him. And then, obviously, Lily could probably do the final shot, I suppose. It's like she normally does. Abraham! But who gets the Lily death? Which character gets surrounded by walkers and killed? But we'll have it be on screen this time. Oh no, poor Axel, man. Axel panics during the battle. Maybe he had a thing for he had a thing for Amy. Dude, that's maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe in the, how Andrea was into Dale in the comics. Andrea and Dale were a couple in the comics, and it was really fucking weird. Maybe Amy's like 22, 23, so it's still a bit yikesy. But there you go. Maybe Amy and Axel were a thing, and Axel sees Amy's decapitated head, and he can't and he sees Andrea like across the yard. She's been shot, and he can't. And Big Tiny, he's like, Axel, come on, man, come on. And then Axel just can't, and he stays there. It's really sad. Anyway, Lily's. Oh, that's we've done that. So that's Axel. Poor Axel. He went down with the prison. Who then gets kidnapped, and this person will get to become a main character next season. The baby. The baby! So they kidnap the baby from behind, like, you know, they knock out Laurie and they steal her baby, and Judith is going to the hospital. Now the baby, that means the baby has to be a main character, but I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we got to add the cure team, but it's not obviously Abraham, is it? It's who was it again? Oh yeah, T-Dog. T-Dog. So then, I don't know. I guess Tara and fuck knows who else it could be. Tara. I would say Zach and Maggie are together. What? Fuck it. Why not? Or Maggie and Gargiulio. I don't know. We'll decide. Yeah, why not? Maggie and Gargiulio. Wait, what was I saying? I guess, what just happened? My mind's just gone blank, man. Oh yeah, T-Dog. T-Dog's running the cure team. That was what I was trying to say. So T-Dog shows up and he goes to Tara, you know, you got a damn mouth funny, what else you got? That's not as funny coming from T-Dog. But anyway, they're done. Mika's death. So who does Lizzie kill in order to prove that Walker's like human and that? Brutal, Sasha. Okay. Also, I need to remove Maggie's name because I upgraded her. So, Sasha is stabbed repeatedly by little Lizzie. To prove, maybe Tyrese witnesses as well. Why not? Make it more traumatic for him. And Abraham was there too, I guess. So to protect, he's like, oh no, I kind of like that. Like, Tyrese maybe tries to kill Lizzie, and then he can't do it because she's just a kid. She's just a sick kid, and Abraham grabs the gun from Tyrese. He's like, don't worry. I've done this before. I've killed a child before, my own. So one that's not my own, that's gonna be fucking easy, Tyrese. Don't we worry. And he shoots poor little Lizzie in the head. Abraham is, he's feeling like a main character anyway. I think adding his name twice really helps. Anyway, he kills Joe, who rips out Joe's jugular. Joe's jugular. Oh my god, he's going for fucking 2 for 2. Abraham is racking up those kills. So I guess they get caught by the claimers after the stuff with the Grove. And the claimers catch on to him. Maybe they threaten to do something to poor little Becca. And maybe Ellen as well, because Ellen's there too. And Abraham rips his... I guess Tyrese is there. They're beating up Tyrese. Rips Joe's throat out. What the hell are you going to do in our sport? Abraham rips his throat out. Anyway, who saves them all from Terminus? Which character could it be? Actually, we can make this a minor character. We'll make it 2. So Maggie and T-Dog. Okay. So obviously they've never met T-Dog before, but that means that T-Dog, you deserve main character because he's our Abraham, right? So he's getting main character treatment. And who else? I feel like some of these seasons, I feel like Laurie. I mean, Laurie, like Shane has to be a main character at this point, surely. I feel like I can't not make Shane at least a main character. I guess Laurie too. I don't know. We'll just keep it to Shane at the moment, and Laurie, we'll just pray and hope that you're alright. Martinez has joined the group as well. I forgot about that. So anyway, person saving them from I completely forgot. Who was it? Fuck me. Oh, I just did it. It was T-Dog and someone. T-Dog and who was it? Maggie, yeah, it was it. Maggie and T-Dog. So Maggie and T-Dog were the characters who saved them all from Terminus. But you gotta think, we'll do it in a minute. Doesn't matter. Sorry. Anyway, add Gabriel. I was gonna say something. I feel like there's far too many characters, basically. But I'll illustrate the point later. Done. Bob's death. So who is bitten on the shoulder, and then eventually, when is left, well, the cannibals grab them. The cannibals grab him. Oh my God, the child! What is up with this rewrite and the child murders? So Mika, they capture Mika, who's been bitten on the shoulder. She's been too scared to say anything to any of the adults. And they kidnap Mika and they eat her leg. Ugh, that's dark. That's dark. And Mika does the tainted meat. I'm tainted meat. I don't know why. I feel like Mika's the least intimidating character to do the tainted meat line. But there you go. And then which character then kills Gareth? Puts an end to Gareth and his madness. Maggie. Okay. So Maggie is the one to put down Gareth. He's like, Abraham, you already made him a promise, and then hacks him up into pieces. So Maggie does that. Add Noah. Where are we, Noah? Noah, add Noah. Okay, done. Beth's death, main character. So who gets the Beth death? So obviously, Judith was kidnapped. They went to save Judith. I feel like Laurie has to be here as well. It's her daughter after all, and it's Shane's as well. But who gets the Beth death? Oh no! It's the same death as last time. Where he goes, listen to me. I know, I see what this is. This is chattel slavery, okay? Back in the South, we just call this slavery. We don't call it no indentured servitude, okay? We call this hardcore fucking chain link slavery. And he's like, you're masquerading as a Democrat, but you're just a good old Republican. Well, actually, I guess the Democrats back then were the party realignment, right? So, yeah, he's like, you're a classic Democrat, you. That's what he says to her. Classic Democrats. You're like slaves. Anyway, Merle does his big speech, stabs Dawn, calling her a hypocrite, gets shot in the head, and who is the character who then puts down Dawn? Damn. What an epic speech by Merle. Michonne was like, he was right. You preach it, King. Michonne's like, preach it, King, and then shoots Dawn. Okay, whatever. Michonne's done fuck all, to be fair, this entire rewrite. I feel like 12 characters is a lot, but we'll probably stick with this. Let's not add any more, okay? I know Jenna, poor Dr. Jenna, has been reduced to a minor character. He's the last season 1 character who's basically doing fuck all. But anyway, so just imagine. Sorry. Oh wait, shit. We got Tyree's death as well. We got Tyree's death. Somebody gets bitten whilst they're trying to return Noah. It's back to his home. Okay, well, he's only spent this whole season trying to get his daughter back. He's got his daughter back, and then he gets bitten. He was trying to do a good thing for this kid, and Laurie's devastated because her Shaney pie is gone. Oh, I guess Laurie and Shane were together as well, by the way. Judith was. I don't know. Maybe Judith is actually Rick's, and yeah, in this universe, Judith is actually Rick's child, and Shane was raising Judith. Yeah, we'll say that. But anyway, regardless, Shane is bitten after getting his daughter back from the hospital, and Laurie is devastated as poor Shane is dead, but she does have a daughter after all. Anyway, just imagine the scene of the characters on the road. Are you ready? So on the road, the famous. The famous shot of all the characters walking. We've got Abraham, Ellen, Becca, Daryl, Michonne, Duane, Maggie, Julio, Laurie with baby Judith, Hershel's still about. I forgot about that. Edwin, Jenna, Big Tiny, Martina, Zach, Hutch the Hitchhiker, Tyrese, Uh, Julio is there as well. Clara, yeah, T-Dog, T-Dog, the Cure team. Eugene, Rosita, I guess as well. Eugene said I lied to T-Dog and he punched the shit out of him. Lily, Tara, Gabriel, and Noah. Too many characters. Too many. Fuck me. We need to kill them off. But are you ready? Are you ready for more? Because we're just adding more bloody characters now. Right. So here we are. Fuck me. More characters there. We've got 31 minor characters. I don't think I've ever seen the wheel this split up. So Aaron brings all of these people, all of them, into his community. Big mistake, Aaron. Big mistake. And I think I might be able to play a little fast and loose here with deaths. So I'm gonna spice things up a little. I think we need to reduce this cast a little. Oh, actually, do you know what? Nah. Do you know what? Nah. We'll keep it. We'll keep it, and we'll just it's the caveat that this is a bloated cast, so not every character gets their spotlight. Okay, some of them are just background characters, glorified background characters. Anyway, Aiden's death. So which character goes on a supply mission with the new characters, with our friendly new characters, and then ends up shooting a grenade in a stupid manner? Oh. No! No! Laurie, I guess, wanted to be useful. Well, didn't I make Laurie a main character? Oh, I did actually, so it's alright. It was just telling me to delete Laurie. Laurie has been spared. She was already made a main character, guys. Don't worry. So, new person to shoot the grenade. That... I swear that happened last time. Nicholas. So, Nicholas shoots the grenade like an idiot, blows himself up, gets impaled, and then he's left to die, I guess, by Aiden in this scenario. And then who gets the revolving door? Noah Death. No, that's fucked. Hershel? Oh my god. Seeing poor fucking Hershel get ripped apart like that, that's brutal. But that can be emotional. And like, hey, hang on. Maggie watches. Maggie has to be the one to watch that. She watches her own father getting ripped apart. After she fucking, how did her sister die again? Oh yeah, her sister was wait, I actually forget. How did Beth die again? Oh yeah, she sacrificed herself. So after like having to put down her zombie sister, she also has to watch her father get ripped apart. Maggie is going through some trauma here. I feel like she has to be she basically has lost her family members in like a similar-ish order, right? Same kind of saying it's flipped, but not too far off anyway. Anyway, we got Reg's death. So who gets their throat slashed by Pete? Oh my god. So Pete takes out Tyrese, slits Tyrese's throat. Everyone, maybe Deanna had like a liking to Tyrese. She was like, this guy is really cool, okay? And she saw that, she was shocked, so she said to this character, do it. Poor Tyrese, man. So who kills Pete in the end? T-Dog. So yeah, I guess Abraham pins Reg down, and she says, T-Dog, do it. And so T-Dog is the one to actually take out abusive little Pete. Now, at this point, Ellen is still alive, so I don't think Abraham's necessarily going to, I don't think Abraham's going to, like, bang Jesse. Maybe we can give Jesse for no, wait, T-Dog's with Rosita, right? T-Dog and Rosita are a couple. Who can bang Jesse? Daryl's like asexual at this point. They decide he's straight eventually. I'm gonna say Maggie and Gargiulio. I don't know why. I'm feeling Maggie and Gargiulio. I feel like Zach's a bit too young. Gargiulio feels more Maggie's age. I might be wrong though. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe no one's with Jesse. Maybe Jenna. Who we got main characters though? I guess the only option really is... I guess it could be Maggie. Could be Maggie. Who wants to bang Jesse? Oh, no. Daryl's had a change of heart. Yeah, Daryl's banging Jesse now. There we are. Oh, so NA. This one's non-applicable because Eastman's dead. So add Scott, Denise, and Heath as well, just to add more bloody characters to the list. That's done. We've got the Nicholas's death. So who panics, shoots himself in the head, big sad, and then this person gets dumpstered. Oh, it's just all of our characters. What's going on? Zach! Okay. So Laurie and Zach. Zach panics. He's like, Laurie, I'm sorry. I can't do it. And he's like, Zach, we've come this far. Please. And Zach's like, I don't want to die. Like, Hershel died. Maybe Zach saw it. Maybe Zach witnessed Hershel's death as well. Maybe, like, instead of Zach being with Beth, Zach was like Hershel's a father figure. So as well, maybe it was Maggie and Zach in the other revolving door. And he's like, I don't want to die like Hershel died. And so he shoots himself in the head. Laurie then falls under dumpster. Oh, man. And then she survives in the end. Man, Laurie's main character syndrome now. That's crazy. Deanna's death. So who gets bitten during the fall of Alexandria and decides, oh, fuck it. And starts, well, shit. Oh, my God. Eugene. Okay. So Eugene gets bitten during the fall of the tower. He's bitten. And then he goes out in a heroic way at the end. I think that can kind of work for a Eugene arc. Sam's death. So who panics? And well, yeah, who panics? And I'm gonna try and make it make sense if I can. If there's a family. Oh my God. Okay, this is perfect. Lily. So what we'll do? Lily, Tara, and no. I'm gonna reroll. It needs to be someone from Alexandria, I feel. Oh, fuck's sake. Keeps landing on... Right. Reroll one more time. So, Lily and Tara. So, I'm gonna say the Sam death goes to Lily. I feel like she'd panic more. Maybe she sees, like, the child walker and she remembers Megan. And maybe it's, like, a blonde, like a little blonde girl, child walker. And that makes her panic because she's, like, really sad about her death. And maybe there's, like, a little subplot this whole time with Lily, like, dealing with that trauma. And then, you know, Lily gets bitten and Tara screams out in horror. And then, wait, no, I know who it should be. Denise. Denise then is like, you. Oh, no, because that's perfect, because Denise at this point is Tara's girlfriend. So, Denise is like, you. And she is the one who shoots it at Abraham. But this is the person who loses an eye. Okay, whatever. So, Daryl gets in the way of Abraham's bullet, and he is shot in the eye. I guess at this point now, Daryl's kind of replaced Merle, and he's like his Abraham's right hand man now. Yeah, and now Daryl is shot in the eye. Abraham goes to save him. Does Owen reform heads? What was it? Heads. Heads yes, tails no. Oh God, yes. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna add Owen to the list as well. Owen, woo. Also, I did see that Barbara was the one to do it, but that made no sense. Denise makes more sense. So, yeah. So, we lost... I need to update this. Add these guys. Scott and Owen. So, we lost Denise there. We also lost Lily and Tara. So, the Chamberlain sisters, they're all gone. And also Denise is gone too. So... NA, this one's not applicable. Add Jesus and Dr. Carson to the list. I'm thinking, do I need to add more main characters? We got a lot of characters here, man. Season 5. Kidnapping of Hospital. Roll 4. Yeah. 11. We should, for season 5, we should have 10 main characters. Obviously, we've got 1 extra, so we've actually got the correct amount of main characters that we should have. And I feel like adding more is just not going to do anything anyway, so... Yes. Denise's death. So who gets the Denise death? Who was shot with an arrow by Dwight? And who'd met Dwight as well? No. Oh, Noah? Okay. Oh, okay, so Laurie was the one who actually met Dwight, but Noah, so she was on a supply run with Noah, and then Noah gets shot in the back of the head with an arrow whilst giving like a little speech to Laurie. And he's like, you know, you're keeping going, and that's so great to see. And which characters go to the kingdom? So there's got to be 2 main characters. Laurie again. Okay, so... Well, it's going to be Laurie and Judith, let's be honest. So Laurie and Judith, maybe she's actually hunting Dwight. Yeah, she's hunting Dwight, and she gets into a run with some more, some other saviors. And she's got the baby. She's trying to keep the baby safe. I don't know how that's going to work, though. Well, she wouldn't bring the baby. That'd be fucking ludicrous to bring a baby on a suicide mission. I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she I don't know. Fuck. How would that work? Okay. Yeah. Okay, maybe more the case is she's bringing Judith out to for formula or whatever it is, and she's Judith's outside, but she sees at night she has Judith in the car. She forgets Judith's in the car, and she sees like a savior or something, and she goes to like chase them. So she was in such a fit of rage that she forgot Judith was in the car with her, and they get into some stuff with some saviors. Laura gets shot a few times. They're gonna like maybe one of the saviors is like, I'm gonna kill your baby, and she's like, no, and then like the kingdom come to the rescue perhaps and save the day. And so Laurie joins the kingdom with Judith with her, not knowing about 2 people getting killed by Negan. Okay, so Negan comes out and he's going to have to kill two people. He's going to bash the skulls of 2 people. It's probably good that Judith wasn't there. Can't be Becca. I mean, realistically, there's only like 3 characters this can be. Oh no, 4. I forgot about Michonne. Michonne is 1, so the first person he picks is Michonne. So he says, anybody breathe, anybody, anybody, wait, what's the line? Anybody breathes, anybody, wait, I can't even think. Anybody moves, anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's over eye out and feed it to his father. But he said, cut the girl's eye out. No, cut the redneck's eye out and feed it to his ginger fella. Fuck knows what I'm saying. So he kills Michonne because he thinks Michonne is the most tough looking one, I guess. With her big ass lady nuts, as Negan would say. And so he bashes in Michonne's skull. Wow, crazy. And then we'll get straight into it. Who is the Glenn death as well? Who gets Glenned? Oh my god, could you imagine? Judith is luckily at the kingdom, so it can't be Judith. It can't be most of these characters. They literally can only be... Oh, bro. No, it can be her, because she doesn't have immunity anymore. Well, that's it, I guess. Negan kills Abraham's wife, Ellen, in front of him as well. After, I guess Abraham probably punches. I say Abraham punches him, and then she decides to kill Abraham's wife. He's like, I'm going to kill your super hot wife. Yeah, that's fucking brutal, actually. That would destroy Abraham. That would destroy him. Damn. And then who gets kidnapped to be tortured and all that? Okay, it's just Daryl. So Daryl's getting tortured as well. So same thing happening to Daryl. And maybe they can, toy with him. Wait, actually, hang on. I forgot. Daryl's got one hand as well. I forgot this whole time. He probably isn't. One arm, one eye. Daryl probably has his fucking prosthetic arm. He doesn't have a crossbow. Merle had the crossbow. Fuck, for this whole time I forgot about that. Yeah, poor Daryl. One arm, one eye. One armed, one eyed Daryl. Christ, yeah. Shit, that's crazy. He's got a little prosthetic arm, and he's got his one eye. And now on top of that, he's being tortured. Daryl's been put through the ringer, that's for sure. Who heads to the hilltop? 2 people. We need to have another character here, I think, as well. Well, that makes no sense. Okay, we'll say Deanna's been upgraded to main character. Deanna and Maggie. I guess Deanna was at the lineup too. So Deanna decided to head to the kingdom along with Maggie after, witnessing Michonne, and I mean, it doesn't really make much sense, but maybe that's where they decide. Well, I guess maybe Maggie's pregnant with. Yeah, Maggie's preggers. We've got Julio's kid. Okay, so Deanna and wait, hang on, that makes no sense. So I feel like we'll upgrade Deanna. We'll say she's a main character now. That's fine. But got Julio. You got a kid on the way. I'm sorry, my man. You're being upgraded to main character. I'm sorry, Dr. Jenna. But God, Julio is main character syndrome, okay? Syndrome? Oh, whatever. Who goes to Oceanside for a main character? So which character goes to Oceanside? Oh, wait, no. I have to roll a minor character. Ignore this. I have to roll a minor character and they become a main character because they're going to Oceanside. That was too close to Dr. Jenna. I can't not give it to Dr. Jenna. Dr. Jenna has done fuck all this entire time. So, I don't care. I'm sorry, Reg. Sorry to spill on your parade. But Dr. Jenna has been upgraded to main character. Main character symptom. I keep saying syndrome. It's symptom, isn't it? What the fuck am I saying that for? I don't even know. I'm just delusional at this point. Anyway, yeah, Dr. Jenna. He's going to Oceanside along with somebody else. But which minor character is he going with? Oh no, Clara. I forgot about Clara. So he goes with Clara, Dr. Jenna and Clara. They head to Oceanside. But Clara, sadly, I know Heath doesn't die, but I'm just going to say Clara is found dead. Because why not? So poor Clara. Spencer's death. So who was betraying the group, being a little slippery snake, and trying to do some deal with Negan, okay? Oh my god, it's Rosita! Rosita the snake! Okay. So Rosita was being a snake, trying to, betray Abraham. That's a weird fucking scenario. Because I'm trying to divorce the fact that Abraham and Rosita would have never met each other in this universe. But yeah, Rosita just really hated Abraham, I guess, and she thought that her man T-Dog could do a better job. Maybe that was it. It was like me and T-Dog can run things better. And so she's been a bit of a snake. She gets stabbed by Negan. So you got no guts, Rosita. It's like, oh, there they are. Yeah, they're inside you the whole time. You did have guts. I've never been so wrong in my whole life. Anyway, and then I don't know who could make bullets, because Eugene's dead at this point. Yeah, Judith. Yeah, good one. No. Maybe it was T-Dog. He just learned it from Eugene. We'll say that. Anyway, he kills Eric. So Negan kills Eric or Arak. He's like, Arak kills somebody, and Arak immediately goes for the twink. Okay, very rude. Arak, very homophobic. I don't care. The torture group member's Daryl. Daryl kills him. We've got too many characters. I'm sorry, Fat Joey. You've been. I don't care. Who gets kidnapped? Which character gets kidnapped? Oh, well, it's gonna be T-Dog, isn't it? T-Dog kidnapped. So then T-Dog joins the opposition. I decided he made hit the bullets. Anyway, we'll do a little exclusive kingdom roll. So we'll have to add these guys, and then we also have to add. Oh no, Laurie and Judith. Neither of you have immunity, by the way. Rightio. So we've got the Benjamin death. So who does Jared kill after their one low on the cantaloupes? No! This always happens. Poor Henry. Maybe I should change it, but I don't know. Keeping like that, we don't really need Henry because we have the main character who's alive. But Henry is Henry's killed. He's only like work experience. He's killed for being one cantaloupe low. And who was the person who set it up? Oh no, his own brother. So Benjamin set it up to hopefully maybe get Richard killed. I don't know. And because Richard wanted to die for the kingdom anyway, but got Benjamin killed accidentally. Got his own brother killed accidentally, and then Benjamin felt the guilt and admitted to getting his own brother killed. And which character then decided to strangle Benjamin? Nabila, out of nowhere, decides to strangle Benjamin. And I feel like, I don't know, doing some carnage here? Nah, we'll keep it to that. Nabila kills Benjamin. Very random. Anyway, there we have it. We'll add them to the main wheel. Wait, hang on. Didn't I say that Daryl was banging Jesse? I forgot about that. Done. I also had the Oceanside Gals. Good fun. Okay. And then what we got next? Sasha's death. Oh yeah, we're on to the finale already. So who gets the Sasha death? And then we'll update this in a minute. So who gets the Sasha death? Beautiful death. No. Oh, I'll take it. Dr. Jenner, he went to the Oceanside. He lost. Who did he lose again? Clara. He's been around. He's been a bit. He got given a spotlight episode, his own episode, and then they kill him off. Dr. Jenner, he gets kidnapped in the end. Trying to sneak into the sanctuary, maybe to try and save poor Daryl. Well, I guess Daryl's out at this point to save T-Dog. And he probably constructs the suicide pill himself because he'd know, he's a virologist, right? He could probably be within his skill set to do that, I feel. And so he creates his own pill, and he decides to KYS to obviously kill not Negan. Well, yeah, to try and kill Negan, I guess. Dr. Jenner, R.I.P. Right, hang on, I need to add Fat Joseph. Where are you, Fat Joseph? You're dead. You just got killed by Daryl. Oh yeah, we've got Owen the Alpha Wolf here as well. Bro, there's too many characters. I did add Owen, didn't I? Yeah, he's up here. Don't worry. Anyway, Duane and Jadis. How are we on 34 characters? And that's not even including the main characters. Done. So which four? Oh shit, yeah. Carol and Ed are back. So we got to roll a 1. So how many of them are alive? Only one of them's alive. Well, that's brutal. And which one's alive? We'll say Ed's oldest, then Carol. Well, yeah, we'll say Ed's older, Carol, then Sophia. Ed. Okay. So, in this scenario, Carol and Sophia died off screen. Okay? So they died some point in season 8. And Ed meets Abraham, okay? And then I guess it would be Daryl, yeah. Daryl then kills Ed. Big brutal, because it was a 1, so sadly none of them will survive. Ed, Carol, and Sophia dead off screen. Daryl kills Ed. Yeah, big dramatic moment. Ed's killed. Awesome. Eric death. So who gets the Eric death? Why's there a big space here? Scott. So Scott gets the Eric death. He gets shot, bleeds out, and then he walks towards the walkers. Maybe Aaron was like, Scott's dead. Actually, it's quite funny because that scene where Aaron goes to finds that Eric's dead, it's Scott who holds Aaron back and is like, come on, man, don't, he's gone. So it actually kind of be funny. Aaron finds that Scott's dead, and then who gets the Shiva death? So who dies protecting the leader? I guess it could be any leader. Aaron, okay. So I guess Aaron, after the death of Scott, the tragic death of Scott, and he already lost his boyfriend. He, I guess, defends Deanna or Abraham. Yeah, maybe Abraham. He decides to save them from a bunch of walkers so they can get away. Anyway, very sad. Bye, Aaron. Who shoots Grandma? So this has to be a minor character. So who goes to the ocean side? So which main character goes to the ocean side to try and get them to, join? Because they can even say in their pitch, like, Jenna, the man who came to you, he's dead. So Maggie goes along with Reg. Wait, shit, I didn't mean to remove Reg. And Reg accidentally shoots Grandma. Oh, no. Deanna would find out from her husband, like, what adventure have you been on, honey? And he's like, shot an old woman. So, Reg shot Grandma. Add Sadiq. So, we'll add Sadiq to this little thing. Sadiq. I feel like I'm missing... I forgot to add Eric. That's who I'm missing. Eric. I forgot to add Eric up here. I was gonna say season 7 feels light on the deaths. What have I done wrong here? Michonne and Clara, right? And then she died. She got the Heath disappearance. Fat Joey. Rosita was the betrayer. Eric. Yeah, I think that's right. Am I missing anyone? I don't know. If I am, I am. It's so be it situation. So yeah, Maggie and Thingy Reg went the shot thing. Sadiq's been added, I think. I don't even know. Yeah, he's been added. Carl's death. Oh great. So who gets Carl's death? Main characters. That's what I needed to do. So we're in season 8. We should have 2 extra main characters. Okay, let me just think. So I feel at this point, because Deanna's main character, she's kind of is the leader still. I feel like Reg, and he's just killed Grandma, so why not up him as a main character. Judith is also a main character technically, so I should delete her there, even though she's a baby. But she got what's with Laurie's here too. T-Dog's the main character, right? Yeah. We got someone from Alexandria. I feel like we could just make Ezekiel. Yeah, why not? We'll make Ezekiel main character. And that feels okay. Anyway, because obviously Ezekiel's doing stuff this season, the same stuff he would do. So this is for the Carl death. Oh, no. Maggie. So Maggie... I'm going to say she gives birth beforehand. Okay, I'm going to say she gives birth. And during the birth scene, she's bitten. She's bitten whilst giving birth, okay? Julia was quicker on the impregnation, okay? Than, and Tabitha's dead as well. That was a potential scenario that could have happened. Yeah, Julia was quicker on the impregnation, okay? So I'm going to say little Hershel's born whilst Maggie's mid-pregnancy, so for extra dramatic effect, okay? So she's been bitten, but she's giving birth, and maybe she dies as the baby's born and she turns or whatever. So we can make it even dramatic. But as she's dying, as she's giving birth, she's screaming into Abraham's face, "Oh my God, fucking spare Negan!" He's like, "There has to be something after my children, etc., etc. There has to be something after Negan. There has to be something after." And Hershel's like, well, okay. So we've got Hershel Jr. We can still call him Hershel Jr. Obviously, it's got Julio and Maggie's kiddo. Remember that. Remember that. So Maggie, sadly, where are you, Mags? Over there. She sadly gets the call death. I don't care. Done. No. Gavin doesn't reform. I don't care. I'm bored of Gavin. There's too many characters as is. I get to make the rules. So who kills Gavin? Enid. I like it. So Enid shoots Gavin in the back of the head. Awesome. Add Alden. Done. Holland Carson death. So who is shot and killed whilst helping, I guess, T-Dog escape from the sanctuary? Or I guess, I don't know. I removed the whole Gabriel thing. That's pretty brutal. So Sam, the little kid, probably tries to help retrieve the doctor from the sanctuary. He wants to be helpful. Oh, maybe actually, because maybe T-Dog... Yeah, there's a new baby, so maybe Sam thought he was being helpful. He's like, because obviously there's a baby there, new baby that's been born, Maggie's obviously dead, and Sam's like, we need to go get Carson back because he was kidnapped by Simon. He sneaks in, he gets shot and killed, but maybe Simon killed him as well, and he had to hide that he'd killed a kid because Negan doesn't like kid murder, guys. Don't you know it? It's not a crazy retcon that they did, but Negan's actually totally against child murder. It's definitely not a retcon, okay? He definitely is. That was always in his character, baked in his character. Anyway, Tobin's death. Who gets the Tobin death? Who is stabbed with a little tainted weapon during the Battle of the Hilltop? No, not Queen Barbara herself. Queen Barbara, sadly stabbed, taken out, and then she is a crazy stealth walker and takes out 8 characters. We all love you, Barbara. Lovely sacrifice you made. And then who kills Jared? So who holds Jared's hair, holds his big thick locks, and lets him get devoured, laughing as they do? Abraham. Now he has no reason to do this, but he does it anyway, just for the shits and giggles. He doesn't even know that Abraham killed a kid. Well, I guess maybe he finds out. Maybe he finds out from I say Duane, but Duane wasn't there. He finds out from Laurie. So Laurie's holds him by the hair, and he's like, "Look at me, look at my eyes, look at my eyes, look at me, bitch." And then holds him there and kills him. Crazy. Oh, that's who I need to add in the fucking season 7. These guys. It's because they weren't in this tier, so I was I was a bit lost on it. They're dead. Yeah, and Gavin, you're dead as well. I killed you off. Sorry, just catching my breath. Right. Who kills Jared? Yeah, we decided that it was Abraham. Cool, big, based Abraham moment. So now we got to do all these little rolls. So does Laura stay evil? Heads, yes. Tails, no. Ooh. No, she good. So Laura good. Does DJ stay evil? Heads, tails, no. Heads, yes. So yes, DJ evil. Does Frankie be a big Negan stan and start firing to defend her husband? Tails, no. Heads, yes. No. Does Dwight find Sherry alive or dead? Heads alive, tails dead. Alive. Okay, so who kills DJ? So DJ is the only character that decided to be evil. Becca. Okay, well that's a cool Becca moment for her. So Becca is the one to take out DJ, the savior. Taken out by Becca. Rightio. So Dwight and Sherry need to be added to this. Dwight, Sherry, Laura, and Frankie. Yeah. Oh, and Negan as well. Well, I'll add Negan to the main characters. Negan. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah, because DJ's dead. Anyway, done. Who is the character who decides to kill Simon? Who kills Simon? Oh, wait, it's got to be the main character. What am I doing? Ignore this. It's not Jesus. You don't get to do it. You don't get to do it, Jesus. Okay, it's Laurie. So Laurie goes in there. This is the Laurie show, I swear. Laurie goes in there and kills Simon, takes him down. Maybe he does kidnap. Maybe he threatens her baby. Actually, yeah, maybe. This is like Laurie's character. It's just fierce mother, you know. Extra finale death. Why did I do a roll? Extra finale deaths. So obviously one has to be like a minor character, quote unquote, because I guess Jesus technically was, which wasn't a main cast build anyway. So this character is oh no, not Deanna. So Deanna is going to die during the battle. Maybe she's shot. And Rachel is also Rachel's gonna fuck around with the CRM and find out. So where are you, Rachel? Rachel's gonna fuck around with the CRM and she's gonna find out. Okay. What's the CRM? And then Deanna. I'm gonna say Deanna gets bit, and Deanna kind of gives those last imparting words like Maggie was right. There's got to be something in the future. Got to be something in the future, Abraham. So Abraham decides to spare Negan and imprison him instead. Very, very big, very based. Rightio. Oh, Simon, you're dead. Go over here. Anyway, where are we? Who defeats Negan? I mean, that's Abraham. We decided. Who then hangs Gregory? So which main character decides to do that? Who went to the hilltop again? It was Maggie and Deanna, right? So Maggie... Oh, they're all both dead. Oh, okay. Well, fucking Abraham, I guess... He spared Negan, but he changes his ways once again. He's like, do you know what? I was wrong. We shouldn't have spared Negan after all. We should have killed him. And starting with Gregory... We're going to have no exceptions to any of these dreadful people, okay? We're going to kill them all. Where are you, Gregory? Yeah, so Abraham was the one to execute. I guess in this scenario as well, maybe Abraham's planning to kill Negan, but others don't want to. Who loses an arm? Wait, I need to do season 9 characters, so let's decide who's the main character. I'm not going to decide that way. So who we got? Ignore this. But one on Laurie would be cool, so yeah, we'll go with that. Laurie is the one who loses an arm. Anyway. Main characters, who we got? So... Martinez is still around. Fucking Julio's still around. The Hitchhiker's still around. By this point, Gabriel would have been a main character as well. So I don't know. I don't really know what to say here, guys. Owen the Alpha Wolf, he's just sticking around as well. I mean, I feel like in terms of characters who could actually make sense, I feel like Jesus, just because he's at the hilltop, and he'd probably be running it. I mean, he could make the Hitchhiker a main character too, but I feel like Duane hasn't done much either, and he probably should have. He's been there since season 3. He helped with the prison battle and everything. Fucking Julio is out. This rando is just still here. Yeah. Well, anyway, who kills a rat? Which character takes out a rat? Okay, Dr. Carson. Well, maybe it's to avenge his brother. You know. Because we don't really know, because obviously his brother was kidnapped like early on when the hilltop first was, you know, subjugated. So maybe something else happened. Oh, obviously they killed that Rory kid as well. So maybe it was like all the saviors that did that to his people. Those were the ones he took out. Anyway, who dies on the bridge? This has to be a main character. So which main character shoots the dynamite and then dies? Obviously, Rick doesn't. No! No! I was loving Laurie's character arc, okay, guys. So Laurie, one-armed Laurie, protecting her baby like a proper a mama bear, okay. Sees the dynamite, the bridge is collapsing. She knows she's been trying to stop Abraham from killing and Negan as well, because Abraham changed his ways and Laurie's been trying to convince him not to. I guess she gets impaled as well, one-armed and impaled. And she says, "Found my family," okay? And she fires, blows herself up. That's crazy. Wait. That wasn't Rachel Phelps with the CRM, because that was meant to be Dwight. No, that was meant to be Morgan and Dwight leaving. Oh, and 2 minors. Hang on. Well, do you know what? I'm gonna say Cindy. Okay. Fuck it. I forgot about that. I was thinking this was this one. I don't know why I got confused. Anyway, yeah. Fuck it. I'm just gonna say Cindy because they're in close proximity. So they're like not brother and sister, but they're not sister and sister, but they're like kind of like that vibe. So Cindy's dead as well. I don't care. Where are you, Cindy? I'm gonna remove you from the wheel. They fucked around with the FRM, or maybe they just got killed in the battle. Yeah, why not? For his final act, Negan wiped out the ocean side, or most of the ocean side. Yeah, so Laurie blew herself up on the bridge, and then who gets so then this character fucks around with the CRM. So in that scenario of Rachel and Cindy, they weren't fucking around with the CRM. They just got killed in the battle. No! No! Hutch the hitch. So the hitchhiker he was trying to hitch a ride on a helicopter. That's a full circle character arc, everyone. He was done with this group of characters. He saw a helicopter. He stuck his thumb out. He went, "Please stop! I'm begging you." The helicopter stopped, and then it like turned its blades and killed him. I was like, no hitchhiking for you, Mister. So the hitchhiker died. How he entered the show, okay. And then which character is going to go on a main adventure for a bit? This is for the Maggie exit. No, Negan, okay. Well, I guess Negan escapes from his cell. As like maybe as a contingency plan. Actually, that could make sense. Because obviously Laurie was trying to stop Abraham from killing him. Maybe who would have been on Laurie's side? I don't know. Someone on Laurie's side, maybe a minor character, maybe like Olivia. Olivia decided, or maybe Reg actually. Yeah, well, it could be Reg. Reg was like, "Negan, mate, you gotta leave, okay?" Because and he's like, "Why are you helping me? Why are you stopping them?" And he's like, your death would ruin Maggie, my wife's legacy. No, that works. Ruin my wife's legacy. So I can't have you dying, sir. So yeah, it would be Reg who helps sneak him out, and then Negan kind of goes on his own way. Anyway, then we have the flashback. Who is the person who takes out Jocelyn? Oh, okay, little baby Judith, like toddler Judith. So toddler Judith somehow recognizes they're trying to save Laurie's daughter. Toddler Judith recognizes that Jocelyn is bad lady and stabs her. Crazy moment. No, that is season 9, isn't it? Judith, little toddler Judith did that. Oh, great. We'll just add a few fucking more characters here. Not gonna lie, I feel like I've gone over my schedule that I had here, so I'm gonna speed things up, okay, guys? I'm gonna speed things up, but they're often fun. Anyway, who killed Jed? Let's go. Who killed Jed? Main character. Becca. Awesome. So Becca was the one who would at this point Becca would be like in her 20s, right? Maybe or like late teens, maybe. She's at 8, mid to late teens, yeah. So Becca is the one to take out Jed in the end. And then we got the Jesus Death. Which main character is getting the Jesus Death? No! And it kind of makes sense as well because Duane was like, that kind of, would have been like, oh, I guess he wouldn't have had Eastman training. But maybe he had training from Jesus and he was killing the walkers and he was like, go, I got this. And then he gets stabbed by a walker. You are where you did not belong. Damn. And then Duane is taken out like that. Poor Abraham. He's going to be livid. Livid, I say. And then add Lydia, Ozzy, and Alec as well. Just god-awful, god-forsaken fucking pile of characters. 40 bloody 6. Plus the mains. Right. Done. Right, roll 2 20s and you pick the highest number. I'm hoping it's a 20. Fuck that. No, I'm rolling again. I don't care. Okay, we'll go with 11. So 11 Pike deaths. 11 Pike deaths. So two are gonna be main characters, of course. And then that means my maths is correct. 9 minors. So let's go for that. So 9 minor characters, starting with. Have I updated this as well? No, I haven't. I need to add all these characters here. So that means Negan's probably going to come back with the wardens and all that, right? Okay, so Olivia is one. Comic accurate, actually. Comic accurate. Olivia's one. Where are you, Olivia? Pike Death number 1. Oh, no! Big Tiny! I forgot about Big Tiny. He's been around for ages. That is actually quite a big death. Season. We should have more characters here. Actually, we've got way too little characters. Tobin is one. I feel like some of these deaths are. I feel like the things it's making up for it with these crazy. T-Dog is not kidnapped anymore. What are you saying? What are you saying, bruv? Deanna's here, right? No, Deanna's not here. Reg. Who could we add? Tobin. Oh, and Big Tiny as well. Who could we add to? So that's 3. Trying to think who could we add to the main characters. I had to remove Negan. That was part of the problem. I guess at this point, who would have had the relationship with Lydia? That's a good point. Probably Ron. Yeah, I feel like we'll add Ron. Maybe Ron had the relationship with Lydia, so we'll add Ron. I guess we'll add Jesse because that is Daryl's love interest as well. So we got Daryl, Abraham. That's fucking mental, mate. Connie. So Connie's also killed as well. So we also lose Connie to the Pikes. They piked poor Connie. Gage as well. Let's say accurate, but that's not accurate. It wasn't Gage. It was his friends that get killed. So Gage as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tammy Rose as well. So poor Tammy Rose. She's getting the same fate that she gets in the main show. In the main timeline. It's Olivia, Big Tiny, Tobin, Connie, Gage, Tammy Rose. 2 more. No, 3 more, sorry. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 3 more, sorry. Richard. Oh, brutal. We're getting one from every community, it looks like. Where are you, Richard? Where are you, Richard? My boy. My mates, where are you? I'm blind. I think I'm blind. What the fuck is Rich? He should be here, shouldn't he? Oh, he's there. I found him. I'm late. I'm tired. Okay. It's late. I'm tired. I need to wrap this up quickly. Don't worry. I'm keeping it entertaining, aren't I? Hopefully. Ah, sorry. It was helping me remove him because he's a main character. He's a main character now, so it was helping me to remove him. I need to remove Jesse as well. Thinking of that. Is there an RJ? I'm thinking about it. It'd be Daryl. It'd be. Okay, there is an RJ, but it's T-Dog and. Who's T-Dog with? I guess he would have been with Rosita, but she's dead. Maybe not then T-Dog's kid. Daryl and Jesse? Yeah, it's Daryl and Jesse's kid, okay? This was Daryl and Jesse's kid. Daryl and Jesse's kid. RJ. We'll say that. We'll say that. So Daryl and Jesse had a kid, and Alpha beheaded it. That's brutal. Alpha beheaded the little baby. Where the fuck is RJ now? Come on, RJ. There you are. Already dead. And Alden as well. Wait, no, that was Aiden. Wasn't that Aiden? It was Aiden. Oh, that's brutal, actually. That is brutal. Because that's a kid. So that, even though that's a minor character, that works. Sorry, I say that's a kid. That's Reg's kid, I should say. Olivia, Big Tiny, Tobin, Connie, Gage, Tammy Rose, Richard, Daryl, and Jesse's kid, and Aiden, yeah. So now we have our two mains. So which two main characters are going to get killed? So, let's go. No! God, Julio and... fuck. Poor God, Julio, man. He had Maggie's child. Survived ages. No! And Reg. Fuck. So Reg and his son were killed. I was going to say that's a big moment for Reg. But I think this means that Spencer Monroe is upgraded to main character. Because we have to have him be a main character to see, you know, his friends being killed. I think I'll also upgrade Magna. Or maybe actually Kelly. Because Kelly's probably the most distraught after losing Connie. So I'll add that as well. So those are our Pike victims. We got Olivia, Big Tiny, Tobin, Connie, Gage, Tammy Rose, Richard, RJ, which is Daryl and Jesse's new kid, and obviously Ron's little brother. Aiden and Reg, father and son were killed, and obviously God Julio too. So brutal. Reg and God Julio. Brutal. Don't care. I need to remove the Francis one. I thought maybe I'll do it. See how I feel, and we might do the Francis role, but honestly, do not care about Francis. And someone found it funny last time. Someone commented they found that funny. So yeah, Francis just dies the same way as she does. Who lets Negan out? Does it really matter? Oh, actually, wait, it doesn't matter. He's already out. He's already out. Who kills Brandon though? This can be for who killed Brandon. Who killed Brandon? Judith. There you go. So Judith, I guess. Finds Brandon sneaking out. Maybe Brandon's trying to defect to the Whisperers. So Judith is the one to take him out. She's like, "You're defecting?" And he's like panicking, like, No, I'm not defecting. So I'm not defecting. And takes him out. Takes Brandon out. Good job, Judith. I need to remove Jesse from this list. Yeah. I also need to remove Spencer from this list. I also need to remove Kelly from this list. Kelly. We'll make Lydia a main character as well. Why not? Where Kelly at? Okay. So, next up we have Sadiq's death. So, which character was figured out that Dante was a spy? Diane. Very random. So Diane discovered Dante was a spy and was killed. Do you know what? Fuck it. Dante's going to kill an extra person. Why? I just decided. He's going to go on a bit of a murder spree. Oh, there you are. It was Yumiko as well. So he kills both Diane and Yumiko before he's discovered by... I guess he's just discovered by everyone. The Alexandrian Council. And then this person eventually puts an end to him. Daryl. Okay. So then Daryl, having enough, is like, I don't care. He kills him. Stabs him repeatedly. Oh, yeah. That makes sense, actually, because Daryl lost his little son, his little RJ, okay? Just imagine the babies. Don't imagine the baby's mixed race, okay? You know, his little son was decapitated by Alpha, by sick Alpha. So he's like getting revenge on any whisper he comes across. So when he finds out Dante's a spy, as soon as he's alone with Dante, Daryl goes crazy on him. And we'll add Gamma. I'll be nice and add Gamma. Only because her death happens. Done. Anyway, who gets the dirty Laura death? Done dirty. Slammed across some bars. A dirty death. Rodney. Alright. So Rodney the kid tries his hand at scaring scaring Beta. Can't even bloody find him. Where are you, Rodney? Something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. I cannot find this kid. There he is. That's him. I couldn't think of his face. You know, I couldn't picture his face for a minute. So Rodney gets the Laura death. And then who gets the Gamma death? Gutted like a fish by Beta. Oh no. Frankie. So poor Negan's ex-wife gets caught up, gutted like a fish. And then, oh wait, no, not that one. And then who gets the Earl death? So who gets bitten, saves all the children? Dog. So Dog gets bit, it saves all the children, guides all the children. They're all following Dog. They're like, let's all follow Dog. Everyone follow Dog. And then Dog barks at the walkers. He's been bitten as well. I don't really know how bites work for walkers necessarily, because Rufus and Fear the Walking Dead. I had like a debate with someone about this, but spoiler alert. Well, actually, that's a spoiler alert for Fear the Walking Dead. Whatever. He's bleeding out more than he's dying from the bite, but he ends up sacrificing himself, and then I guess Judith puts him down, or maybe actually Becca. Becca puts him down. Yeah, they are. Look, it was just hiding. Becca. Dog. That's so silly. So Dog gets the Earl death. Becca puts him down. Extra hilltop battle death, because why not? So who dies in the Battle of the Hilltop? An extra battle of the Hilltop death. This is for a minor character, obviously. Okay, Dr. Carson. So Dr. Carson dies during the battle as well. He goes down with Hilltop. That makes sense. So he's like one of our OG Hilltoppers. So which three head off to the Commonwealth? 2 mains, 1 minor, and this obviously this minor becomes a main. So which main character goes off to head to the Commonwealth? Lydia. Okay, so we said that Lydia and Ron were a couple, right? I don't know if that's... I guess we'll age up Lydia for that to work, because technically Ron would be older. So Ron and Lydia, they head off. Well, I don't know, actually, because we don't have a love interest for Becca. So maybe Becca and Ron could be a couple. Or maybe Becca and Lydia could be a couple. I don't know. We can age up Lydia. We'll age up both. Yeah, we'll age up Lydia, so... Who did land on? Landed on Ron, didn't it? I don't even remember who landed on. No, it was. Yeah, it was Lydia. It was. I swear it was Lydia. Yeah. Just so we keep Becca. Maybe Lydia and Ron are more friends, okay? Oh no, my pop filter fell off. Oh shit. As I fix this pop filter, yeah, we'll say that Becca stays at the community, but Ron and Lydia head off. Sorry if the audio's been a bit shaky there. And Enid is coming along as well, actually. So it's Ron. And that works quite well. Ron, Enid, and Lydia. It's like a little love triangle. I kind of like that. And that means Enid gets upgraded as a main character too. Who kills Alpha? So which main character is the character who puts an end to Alpha? Well, I guess Lydia dipped out of the Whisperer with the Whisperer thing as well. Abraham's like, yeah, don't worry, don't you worry, kiddo. We'll deal with your mother. Lydia just couldn't be arsed with her family trauma. Jesse, okay. Yeah, no, I like that. So Jesse infiltrates the Alexandrians because she's just pissed because they killed her son after all, right? And so Jesse, that actually kind of works, yeah. So Jesse infiltrates the Whisperers, and she's the one to kill Alpha. And main finale death to account for the exit. So who diverts the Whisperer horde away and kills themselves in the process. Just to obviously account for the shown exit. Oh, hero Ezekiel has to be the hero. Ezekiel is the character who gets the death there. So Ezekiel leads the walkers away from the tower, so to speak, or whatever the fuck is saying the tower. What's it called, a tower? And yeah, he sacrifices himself for the greater good, for the coalition. Okay, and I think that works actually for Hershel. To be honest with you, I think that can work. Which is why I like the idea of keeping Hershel as a Pike victim. I think it could have. They set it up so well for it to work. Because in the comics, it does feel a bit abrupt. And it's like, oh, that's it. That's all we get for Ezekiel. And it is a bit disappointing in the comics. But they set it up in the show for a way where I think it could have been so powerful. Because Ezekiel had spent this time, bringing all the communities back together, making them sign a charter, forming the coalition. And then if Ezekiel was the one to be beheaded, and instead of Henry, it's bittersweet because yes, he's dead, but at the same time, the Whisperers are too late. Like they should have killed him sooner because he's bounded the coalition to get. They're bounded now in his blood, and the fact that this guy brought them all together, and he's brought them all together now to fight against the Whisperers. I don't know. I think there's a powerful message there, and I think that's like a perfect arc to finish Ezekiel's character off. He's the man who. Because his arc in a bit of a tangent, but his arc is like he, of course, has everything, is on top of the world. He's a jolly bastard who's a bit delusional. He then loses everything. He kind of gains it back in the time skip, and then he loses it again in season 9, and then they just basically do nothing interesting with Ezekiel after that. Sorry, Ezekiel fans. I don't think they do. And I think Carrie Payton agrees with me. Carrie Payton was not happy with where they took Ezekiel. I think he should have died in season 9, being a Pike death, but that's just me. But anyway, it works here. He leads the herd away, and he's like the coalition together. Anyway, who killed Beta? Why did I end up adding all these codes there? I don't know. Oh, that's interesting. Becca. So Becca, this tiny child, was the one to take out Beta in the end. Stabs him in the eyes. Very good. Very good. Abraham's like, that's my daughter. Don't mess with my daughter. Who was banging Leah? So which main character was banging Leah? Jesse? Alright. Well, listen. She was cheating on Daryl. Cheating on Daryl. Wow. Cheating on Daryl. Found another side piece in the cabin. It was banging her. Crazy. And the main character back who went on the trip. Oh yeah. So Negan gets to gets to come back now as well. So Negan's new character. He's brought along all these weirdos with him, all these Meridian people. He's been leading a thing, and he's like, "Yo, you need food. I need revenge. The past is the past. I'm my own. I'm a new person now. I'm a good, noble leader now. Oh, do you know what? We may as well add Annie here as well. Wait, fuck. We'll add Annie here too. Annie may as well add. We'll add Annie. Where are you, Annie? Step right forward. Yeah. She's like, I've got a wife. I've got a child on the way. Okay, I'm a good, noble person now. Don't you know? Also, we should add Coco. Did I add Coco? That's season 10, isn't it? Do I have a thing for Coco? Well, fuck it. Coco can be Negan's kid, so we'll just call it Joshua, which obviously is the name of Negan's son. But Joshua. Imagine Coco as Joshua. So this is gonna represent Joshua. So fuck it. Negan has his son in there as well. Rightio. Anyway. Gage death. So who goes on the mission, the suicide mission to Meridian, panics, gets caught, and then I don't even know who it could be. Who could Negan be with? Who did he kill again? He killed Michonne and maybe Abraham? Yeah, I guess so. Because Abraham would be the one who'd want revenge, right? Because he wanted revenge, but then Negan was escaped. Reg let him go, and obviously now Reg is dead. So Alec, the highwayman, he panics, and he gets caught. He's like, Abraham, I'm sorry. And Negan's like, I can't. No, not Negan. Abraham's like, I can't open it. I'm sorry. And then Alec's like, liar, and stabs himself. Then who gets the cold death? They bring the tiger with them on this mission, Shiva, and one of the Reapers, just to prove how fucking epic and badass the Reapers are, one of the Reapers comes behind Shiva, jumps on Shiva's back, slits her throat, so they lose their one weapon. I mean, could you imagine them marching to Meridian with fucking Shiva? That'd be badass. And then the Reapers just take her out. That just proves how crazy they are. Then we have Duncan's death, so someone getting shish kebabbed. It's going to be Earl, Blacksmith Earl. So Earl gets shish kebabbed by the Reapers. That's his death. Wow. Where are you, Earl? I'm sorry, Earl. Then Agatha's death. So which person gets caught in the forest? So again, Negan's people are well trained. None of them have died yet. Well, Dwight does. Dwight comes to this mission as well, I guess. I must have added him twice. Well, I'll remove all instances. Huh? Whatever. Okay, so Dwight's been killed as well. So Dwight is in the forest, panicking, gets eaten by walkers. Abraham tries to save, or maybe Negan tries to save him. Like, no, Dwight, Dwight, no, because he feels kind of bad for what happened with Sherry. Tries to save Dwight, but it's not worth it, and he's dragged away by Abraham. Maybe I think he's dead. Don't worry. And then Frost's death. So who gets kidnapped by the Reapers to being tortured and eventually killed? It's Marco. Okay, so the Marco is kidnapped. Tortured by the Reapers, and then eventually killed off screen. That's mad. That's a mad group of characters. Marco. And then who kills Pope? So which main character? And then we'll briefly add Leah just to make sure she has a chance. Which main character gets to be the character to take out Pope? No, it's just going to be Leah. Okay, it's going to stay how it is. We can remove this. So Leah takes out Pope. Puts an end to his madness. As she does in the show. And he's dead. Goodbye, Popey Bear. Where are you, Popey Bear? And then who is the one to take out Brandon Carver? So again, we'll have another main character do this. Ooh. Okay. It's Abraham. So Abraham is the one to kill Brandon Carver. Maybe he's also the one to shoot all the things and the people in the back. And actually quite funny because Jesse was the one banging Leah, right? So I guess Jesse's here as well. So he would have been like, Abraham, no. Abraham, no. Alden's death scene. So who was the character who was decided to stay behind in the church? And then eventually they find out is... Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So Negan brought them on this mission. He didn't kill anyone, did he? No, I don't think so. Yeah, but Negan got very injured during the the thing, and Negan was trying to say how he changed and etc etc etc. And Abraham wanted that revenge on him, but when he came back to the church, he was already zombified. So poor Negan was killed, and Abraham basically said to his people, "Look, I had my issues with this Negan guy. He killed my wife, but I will not kill his wife. Okay, I'm not that crazy." So he decides to allow them all to live with him. Very nice, very very based Abraham. And then we had all these bloody fucking Commonwealth people. Who kills Toby Carlson? So this has to be a main character, yeah? Now we should have more main characters. There's 19 main characters in season 11, but I think that's ridiculous. Enid, okay. So Enid takes out Toby Carlson. Kind of crazy, actually. Toby Carlson taken out by Enid. Double check. Jules is out, isn't she? No, Jules is not added. Huh. I was going to say, I swear I missed Jules. When was Jules meant to be added? Season 10, right? Huh. I think I might have deleted it. There's something here. Yeah, I think I might have deleted it by accident. Who else have I missed? Oh, bugger. Has Princess been added? Yeah. Weird. Whatever. It's no big deal. It's only Jules. Mark of death. Anyway, so who gets the mark of death? Who is shot and killed by... I guess Leah. Yeah, it would be Leah. Shot and killed by Leah in her pursuit, her revenge of Abraham. I forgot Gabriel was even there. Gabriel, who's just been a minor character this whole time. Gabriel shot and killed by Leah. Poor Gabriel. I can't even see him. Where is he? He's not already dead, is he? I'm so blind. I'm so fucking blind. I swear to God. It's because I'm sleep deprived and I'm doing these anyway for you. Gabriel. So who then kills Leah? Which main character puts an end to Leah? And then what have we got after that? We got who kills Sebastian? Okay, we can do that too. So Ron kills Leah. That's interesting. He's killing his mother's lover. Maybe actually... no, that could work. That could work. So maybe Leah's there killing Jesse, and then Ron saves her mum. And then who kills Sebastian? Kills the pampered little shit. Abraham. I like it. So Abraham then takes out Sebastian. On top of that. And then who kills Lance as well? So after they're all kicked out of the Commonwealth, they all got to start to get rounded up. Speaking of, we got to look at all the characters we have before we go into the finale. Abraham does that too. Abraham's taking out all the Milton family associates. So he takes out Sebastian, pushes him in front of the walker. That makes him obviously a wanted man. It makes him a wanted man for killing both Sebastian and eventually, obviously, and then they all get rounded up then, don't they? So he tries to kill, and then he kills Lance when he tries to get everyone, he tries to save everyone, like Daryl and Carol do. And Then we have... Who loses an arm? Oh, yeah, so we have the finale. So before we get to the finale, I wanted to do this. So we've got Abraham, we've got Daryl, we've got Becca, we've got Martinez still kicking, who, like, let's be honest, Martinez, you deserve to be a main character for the finale. Julio's still about. This fucking rando is still about. T-Dog's still about. He's like our Abraham. Judith is obviously still about. Losing fucking Laurie, who was the best character in this rewrite. Like, low-key. Aaron is still about. Wait, no. Aaron is not about. I swear Aaron died. Hang on. Yeah. Aaron died in season 8, okay? Silly me. Aaron is not about. He died ages ago. He had the Shiva death. Anyway, Spencer's still about, though. Jesse's still about. Owen's still about, yeah. Ron. Enid. Heath. Jesus. Dr. Carson. Sherry. How does she feel about Dwight? I don't know. Laura's still about. Beatrice. Jerry. Nabila. Anyway, who's losing an arm? Ron. So Ron gets to get one arm. Joining Daryl in the team, the one-arm team. And then who gets shot in the finale? So which character gets shot, making it all dramatic as they try and race to save this one character. I'll decide from these two. So it could be Judith. Or Owen. Which one's more impactful? Owen, the alpha wolf who's been in the background? Or Judith? Yeah, we'll go with Judith. So Judith is shot like she is in the main show. And I'd say it probably is Abraham, right? Or maybe even could be Becca. Like Becca. Because it's like the next generation. Like Becca rushing to get her to safety. Anyway, how many deaths are we going to have in the finale? At this point, I'm going to give Judith immunity as well. I feel like she's survived too much. So 13 deaths. So what we'll do is we'll do... I think that's a nice round number. So we'll do 3 main characters. So let's do 10 minor characters. So you ready? 10 minors die. So Beatrice. What the fuck is Beatrice? Who else we got? Oh, that's brutal. They're both dead as well. Hershel Jr. Hershel Jr. does not make it either. Poor little Hershel Jr. dies too. Kelly's the main character. So Kelly dies too. Guess she can get like the Luke death, right? Although this wasn't a main character, but whatever. So Kelly, Hershel Jr. Kelly. Who else are we getting? Who else are we getting? Luke as well. So Luke gets the same death, I guess. I love it. Oh shit, Tommy's here as well. Tommy's here. He's like, what about, did you ever see a girl called Yumiko? And then they'll be like, yeah, she was killed. How was she killed again? I don't even remember how she was killed. Let me figure it out. I'm actually curious. This is why we have notes, so we can always look back. Couldn't have been that late. Was she beheaded? No. Oh yeah, she was killed by Dante. I let him... Yeah, Martinez is the main character. That was just trying to tell me. It was just informing me to remove Martinez from this list. Mercer! Okay, well Mercer probably goes down defending the community. We'll say that, yeah. Mercer should be a main character technically, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. This last roll is just for fun. So that means Mercer dies too, so that's 3. Oh yeah, Gamma's still about. Gamma goes as well. She helps maybe to distract the walkers or whatever. Maybe she goes in a little walker skin undercover and she gets taken out. maybe by the troopers. They spot her. They shoot her. They're all trying racing to save Judith as well, so they're doing different tactics. I kind of like the idea. I wish they did something like that. Tommy dies as well, so he's told not to operate on any of the refugees. If he operates, he'll be killed, and he does it anyway to save Judith's life. And the Commonwealth troopers shoot him. Oh, brutal. And then just to torture Negan, even though he's already dead. Joshua Smith dies too. So Negan's kid is killed. I'm gonna add Annie. I feel like Annie probably. I mean, let's be honest. Is Annie gonna make it now? I don't know. We'll see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 more. So Duncan probably goes down protecting Joshua, trying his best to protect the little kid, little kiddo, Negan's little kiddo. All right, where are you, Duncan? The guy got shish kebabbed. There he is. Sadiq doesn't make it either. Sadiq goes down with the ship. I didn't even remember Sadiq was here this whole time. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 more minor characters. Sherry as well is not making it. That's brutal. Poor Sheza. So they're all just gonna die in the herd, and then next. I don't think Kelly's that compelling, so I'm hoping this next character is someone bigger. But we'll have a little reveal in a second when I can find Sheza. There she is. And then Jadis as well. So we lose Sherry and Jadis are the last 2 characters. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 10. Just double checking. So Jadis. So don't get accused of not being able to count. And then the big final death is. That's boring. That's so boring. Give us another. We'll kill Jesus off and giving you a little bonus character. Wait, what? Why did I put you? That's Judith. Too many J's. Okay, we'll stick with Jesus. We'll stick with Spencer. You're spared. I'll stick with Jesus. So Jesus, he's the big finale death, I guess. The big emotional one. And yeah. Do they execute Pamela Milton? Heads, yes. Tails, no. No. Okay, they keep her alive. Who is governor of the Commonwealth in the end? So which main character... Let's roll. Which main character gets to become governor of the Commonwealth? That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see, guys. Abraham himself becomes governor of the Commonwealth. Okay. So, there we are. So, in the end, what do we have? Well, let's have a look. So, we have the main characters who are alive. So, Abraham and his daughter Becca are living. They're safe. Abraham never moved on, I guess. But that's okay. Daryl was with Jesse. They had, obviously, Ron was like the Daryl's stepson. They did have another child, but they lost that child. And the revenge drew them almost into madness. There was also T-Dog. He was with Rosita. Rosita was killed. I guess he never moved on. But he was probably a loyal soldier to Abraham the whole time. Martinez also was as well. He didn't really do much, but he was there, I swear. He joined. He obviously left the battle mid-battle and helped to fight against the governor. Julio somehow fucking survived to the end. I mean, thinking about it, other than like Judith, right? These are all season. Wait, actually, yeah, season in terms of characters from season 4 or less. We've got Abraham, Becca, Daryl, Jesse, Judith. No, not even Jesse. 4 or less. T-Dog and Julio. Julio is crazy. What the fuck? How's this guy still alive? Yeah. So Julio's just been sticking around in the background, I guess. Spencer, of course, he's had a bit of a profound arc. Obviously, his parents were a lot more, big leaders, and then finding both his brother and his father as decapitated heads, that must have been traumatic. Owen, the alpha wolf, has just been chilling. He reformed, became a good guy, and I guess he's been helping back at Alexandria. Enid was there as well. She had a little bit of a love triangle with Becca, Ron, and Lydia. Heath, he's there. Dr. Carson, you died in the hilltop battle, so please go away. Jerry and the Peeler, I guess they got together and had their kids the same as they do in the main timeline. Alden, I don't know, maybe he got with fucking, I don't know. Alden got with someone else. Yeah, and Annie's pretty distraught. She lost her child. Poor Annie. Wait. Maybe to go full circle, Abraham's like, "Yo, Annie, you wanna bang?" Because Abraham, he got cooked. He got cuckolded by the governor. So Abraham's like, you know what? That's how I get my revenge on Negan. I'll bang his wife. So I'm sorry. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, Ozzy survived as well. That's another random one. Jewel survived, and then most of Negan's the wardens, but quote unquote Negan's team, all survived as well. It was only Duncan who died. And obviously you had Princess. She's pretty sad because Mercer's not there, but whatever. And you have Virgil, Max, and I never thought of who would be the one to contact them, but I guess it probably would have been, Ron looking for a hot girl on the radio, and it turned out to be a lady who's a bit too old for him. But I don't know, is Max too old? Yeah, probably. No, because at this point Ron would be like early 20s, right? 20s, 30s, so maybe not. Be a little bit older than I'm sure, but yeah, so maybe Ron gets with Max in the end, actually. And Becca decides to stay with... Maybe Becca realizes that Enid's the one, and Lydia's left single as a Pringle. We'll go with that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this wacky rewrite. The next one... I think I said the next one, didn't I? It's going to be Nick Clark as the main character, because that way I finish all the paid requests in the Governor video. And then I'll get on to the ones from like the Beth video as well. I think there was someone who sent some extra money, so I think I'm going to go with that one. It might not have been in the Beth one, but they sent like double. Yeah, he sent yeah, so I'll go Nick Clark, and then I'll do Dale as the main character. Awesome. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.